What is a home? Four walls and a roof. Think again. We're about to show you structures that shatter every definition you've ever had. These aren't just houses, they're architectural marvels, artistic statements, and feats of pure imagination that people, against all odds, actually call home. You won't believe people actually live in these homes, from upside-down houses that flip gravity on its head, to cliffside palaces carved directly into sheer rock faces, where one wrong step means a 1,000-foot drop. Today, we're embarking on a global expedition. Let's count down 12 of the most unbelievable houses on Earth. To find them, we spent hundreds of hours scouring the entire globe. Our team pored over architectural journals, satellite images, and local legends. We weren't just looking for strange shapes, we were searching for homes that tell a story, solve a unique problem, or are built with such audacious creativity, they seem to defy physics. We sorted through the bizarre and the baffling to find the most insane, mind-blowing, and straight-up weirdest places that people call home. We're talking about houses that are literally invisible, vanishing into the desert like a mirage. We'll take you inside houses that hang off cliffs, suspended over canyons with glass floors that will test your courage. We'll even show you a house so skinny you can barely fit inside. A home narrower than a parking spot, yet someone lives there every day. This isn't your average real estate tour, this is a journey into the minds of the most creative and daring builders on the planet. We'll explore the genius of architects who see a wasteland and envision a mirrored oasis, and the engineers who figure out how to anchor a luxury villa to a mountain. These aren't just builders, they are visionaries who refuse to accept that a home has to be a box. We've ranked them from incredible to utterly mind-bending. Each of these 12 houses is crazier than the last, and by the end, you'll question everything you thought a house could be. We're going to explore every single one, from a cozy home buried underground to a mansion floating on the water. Are you ready? Let's start the countdown. Kicking off at number 12 is something straight out of a fantasy movie. This is a real-life Hobbit house, tucked into the earth. These homes redefine cozy, but this isn't just about aesthetics, it's a masterclass in sustainable design. By building into the hillside, these structures harness the planet's natural thermal mass. The surrounding earth acts as a giant, free insulator, keeping the interior toasty in the winter and refreshingly cool in the summer, slashing energy bills. And your roof. It's a living ecosystem, a garden of grass and wildflowers that manages rainwater, provides a habitat for pollinators, and further insulates the home. Building one is an art form. Forget straight lines. Every curve and arch is meticulously crafted from local wood and stone, shaping a dwelling that feels like it grew from the ground up. Inside, the magic continues. Round windows frame perfect views of the landscape. With a crackling fire, it's pure storybook living. For the people who call these places home, it's a deliberate choice to live a quieter, more sustainable lifestyle, deeply connected to the seasons. From a distance, the homes almost completely disappear, blending seamlessly back into the rolling hills. Number 11 flips everything on its head, literally. Welcome to the world of the upside-down house, an architectural prank that has become a global phenomenon. These bizarre structures are designed to disorient and delight. You don't walk through a front door, you climb in through what appears to be an attic window, because the entire house is resting on its roof. Once inside, your brain will struggle to make sense of what it's seeing. Floors become ceilings, tables, chairs, even the bed, are bolted firmly overhead. You'll find yourself walking on the ceiling, looking up at a fully furnished living room dangling above you. Kitchens dangle precariously, and showers seem to jut out from the floor. It's a total sensory overload. But the illusion doesn't stop there. The entire structure is also built on a slight tilt. This subtle slant is what really throws off your equilibrium, creating a feeling of vertigo that's a motion-sick nightmare for some, and a photographer's dream for others. The engineering is surprisingly complex, requiring a reinforced floor to support the weight of all the furniture. So what's the point? Mostly, it's a wildly popular tourist attraction. It's so weird, so creative, and so gloriously pointless that you can't help but smile. It's a piece of interactive art that reminds us not to take life, or architecture, too seriously. Now let's get our feet back on the ground as we move on to number 10. Number 10 takes us to Santorini, homes carved into volcanic cliffs, behind a simple blue door, smooth arched rooms, naturally cool. Bedrooms, kitchens, baths, hewn from stone, minimal, elegant, peaceful. Then there's the view, a private terrace over the flooded caldera. Infinity pools, luxury finishes, history carved into comfort. Number 9 is not for the faint of heart. The hanging cliff house. Massive steel and high-strength cables bolt it to the rock. Glass walls and floors make you feel like you're floating in thin air. A vertical stack, garage up top, living levels dropping into the void. Minimal interiors, because nothing competes with that 180-degree horizon. It's exclusive, expensive, and engineered to the limits. Beautiful, terrifying, an architectural daredevil's masterpiece. Onward to number 8. At number 8, childhood dream. Grown up, the luxury treehouse villa. Architect-designed suites suspended among ancient branches. Gourmet kitchens, spa baths, fireplaces, mansion meets forest. Built to let trees live and sway. Architecture that breathes. Wake to birds at eye level. Unwind in a canopy pool or hot tub. Adventure and serenity, suspended above the world. Number 7 dives underground for sustainability. The Earthship. Off-grid. Power from sun, water from rain. Food from an indoor greenhouse. Built from tires, bottles, and cans. Waste transformed into walls. Passive solar heats in winter. Underground tubes cool in summer. It's a self-contained ecosystem. A machine for living. Desert, mountains, plains. This radical design works worldwide. On to number 6. Coming in at number 6 is a home built from one of the most overlooked objects in global trade, the humble shipping container. Architects are now turning these industrial steel boxes into incredibly stylish and sustainable homes. Because they're uniform and stackable, you can arrange them like giant Lego bricks. A single container makes a cozy cabin, while combining several can create a sprawling multi-story mansion. The process involves cutting openings, reinforcing the structure, and then adding crucial spray foam insulation to manage temperature. After wiring and plumbing, the interior is finished just like any modern build. On the outside, you'd often never guess its origins. Clad in beautiful wood, sleek metal, or stucco, they can look as premium as you want. Inside, clever design creates spaces that are spacious, bright, and surprisingly luxe, a far cry from their utilitarian past. It's also smart recycling. With millions of containers sitting unused in ports, this gives them a valuable second life. And since they're built to survive brutal ocean storms, their steel structure is naturally resilient to hurricanes and earthquakes. At number 5, we're leaving solid ground for the ultimate waterfront property. Forget typical houseboats, these are full-blown floating mansions, redefining life on the water. They're built on massive, engineered foundations, often concrete or steel hulls, that provide incredible stability. The result feels less like a boat and more like a steady home on the water. These are multi-story residences with huge walls of glass and sprawling decks that merge indoor and outdoor living. It's luxury architecture that just happens to float. Inside you'll find every luxury. Open-plan living, chef's kitchens, home theaters, and even gyms. Some even feature underwater viewing rooms for a truly immersive experience. Many are permanently moored, hooking into shore power, water, and sewage. Others go fully off-grid with solar panels and desalination systems, allowing them to cruise freely. The views are always unbeatable. Entire floating neighborhoods exist in cities like Seattle and Amsterdam, creating vibrant communities where nature is your next-door neighbor. It's a lifestyle of total freedom and tranquility. The ultimate flex is when your backyard isn't just the water, it's the water. Number 4 has soul, the converted church home. Soaring vaults, massive stained glass, open-plan grandeur. Design blends sacred bones with modern comfort. Lofts, gourmet kitchens, bell towers become offices, organs and altars get new life, incredible acoustics, and one-of-a-kind gatherings. History preserved. Number 3 is mind-bending, the mirrored desert house. Clad in mirrors, it becomes the landscape, an optical illusion. From fiery dawn to starry night, its appearance never stops changing. Inside, minimalist calm and panoramic views, no one sees in. A thoughtful detail, bird-safe film on glass. A paradox, architecture that celebrates nature by erasing itself. Ready for number 2? At number 2, a home literally grown with a living tree. Arbor sculpture in action. Walls, floors, roof. Every line respects the tree's growth. A staircase coils around the trunk. The house subtly sways alive. Touch centuries-old bark. Watch seasons change above your table. Rare projects, years in the making, human ingenuity partnering with nature. And number 1, the narrowest house in the world, the Keret house. Just 5 feet at its widest, 3 feet at its tightest. Enter via a retractable staircase. Climb in and seal the door. Every centimeter counts. Bath, kitchenette, a tiny table, all precision fitted. Up top, a single bed and a sliver of a desk. Minimalism mastered. Translucent skins bring in light, designed as an artist's micro-retreat. A powerful reminder, home can exist in the narrowest, most overlooked spaces. And that's a wrap on the 12 most unbelievable houses on Earth. From a house that disappears to one barely 3 feet wide, we saw creativity, daring, and downright crazy design. A home can be a work of art, or a survival machine, a childhood dream, or a radical statement. The cliffside thrill or the desert mirage, what blew your mind? Tell me, which one would you actually live in? Claustrophobic Keret house, or the Santorini cave with that view? Drop a comment and let me know your favorite. If you enjoyed this wild tour, smash like and subscribe for more every week. We're already hunting the next craziest homes. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.